Hello there, Taylor with the Armageddon Report. Lots to talk about today, including some US severe weather, though it's mid-October. But first, let's take a look out in the Northwest Pacific, where we've got Typhoon Prapiroon, predicted to become the equivalent of a Category 3 still. And then this area of invest back here, 9 DWP, but the JTWC has not put an outlook on that one. Here are the current marine warnings, in effect, as per the JMA. So Typhoon warning for this area, and then gale, and then of course unrelated up there near gale warnings for that. And then totally new, the South Indian Ocean. Cyclone has never seen a storm out here. In fact, this is apparently the first one of the season. This is, it's going to call it Tropical Storm 1 because of the wind speed, but it's actually Tropical Cyclone 1. And as you can also see, this says Atlantic storms. This says Northwest Pacific storms. It has no idea what basin that is. So, yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. This one, I have not found the naming rules, but based on, other basins, I think it might get a name, an actual name. It's also headed for Madagascar. Name-wise, if it does get one, I think what we're up to, where are we, would be Anna, I think it's Anna. I think it's French. I'm not certain. Speaking of French, here you go. Here is Météo France. Where, what does that say? Vous êtes sur le site Réunion. I don't know what any of that means. But right, that's where Reunion is, or is probably not pronounced like that at all. But that's where that is. That is apparently the RSMC, what does that stand for? Regional Specialized Meteorological Center, or something of the sort, that is responsible for this basin. So here's their official track, and you could read like the Bulletin en français naturel du système de pression tropique présent. You just drop all of the, you don't say present, you say présent. I don't know French, so that's what's going on there. And frankly, since I have never seen a storm, I personally have never seen a storm in this basin. I have no idea how to find the land hazard information, who would be carrying that and whatnot. But potential impacts to Madagascar. So, yes, they can close, what's the joke? They can close their ports all they want. The cyclone is getting through anywhere. Right, so that is the Southern Indian Ocean Basin, is where stuff is happening now. How about that? Oh, by the way, that will go away. That's still from the Outlook bubble. That will disappear when the JTWC updates the Outlook. Speaking of Outlooks, we're up to an 80% chance with this one. I believe this one, if it reached tropical storm status, would be named Raphael. And then we've got, Tropical Storm right now, Patty, and apparently Aircraft Reconnaissance. Yeah, that looks really French. Reconnaissance en route. Too petty. I'm not it's not pronouncing it correctly. Anyway, but no land hazards last time I checked on that storm, so that's a good thing. And of course, with this one, potentially, probably, I don't know. Not land hazards for the US. How about that? But there could be land hazards up here, and if it takes a turn, of course, it could always end up at the Azores Islands. Eastern Pacific Basin, we've got a 50% chance of tropical cyclone formation out there. I think that might actually be down. I think it was higher than that. So, yes, that is what's going on in the world of stuff. Prapiroon and Anna, or whatever it'd be called potentially in the future, and Patty and Raphael maybe. Yes, that's what's happening there. Severe thunderstorm-wise. Let's make this easier to see. So this is for the US, if you can't figure out which country that is. Here are the two slight risk areas today. 15% chance of winds, 15% chance of hail, 5% chance of a tornado. Here is the wind map for today. That would be the probability of winds 58 miles per hour or greater. So there's two separate there's two separate 15% threat areas. That's where the slight risks are. But they're all connected by the 5%. Apparently, hail-wise, it's just mostly the threat down there. And it, of course, for some reason, stretches up there. And severe hail being defined as 1 inch or larger. A tornado of any size is a severe weather event in the US. So as high as a 5% chance. And then a 2% there. The Four Corners type area. Tomorrow, the thing that was predicted so far out in advance. Here is the latest outlook as of 12:27 p.m. Storm Prediction Center time. So here is the latest. This is the slight risk, so that would be the 15% area. Let's see the word tornado. Where did it go? There it is. So threat for hail and damaging winds along with isolated tornadoes. So it's been kind of back and forth as to whether there was going to really be a tornado threat. And earlier, the Day 2 Outlook said that tornado threats could exist, at the beginning when it's like discrete supercells, that tends to make sense. Because once it turns into like a big quasi-linear convective system, one of those really long Boeing line segments of storms, then it tends to be all about the wind threat with, you can have spin-up tornadoes. I think they call them QLCS spin-ups or whatnot. And they can be quite damaging, but they tend to be short-lived. But yes, if you have discrete supercells, they tend not to, get in each other's way, and that's where you do have more of a tornado threat. But obviously, when Saturday rolls around, which is, of course, tomorrow, that's when the Storm Prediction Center breaks things into wind, hail, and tornado threats, so we'll keep an eye on that. Here is the latest probability map, so there's the greatest threat for tomorrow. But basically, from north all the way to south of the country, parts are affected by at least a 5% chance tomorrow. And day 3, there's actually a threat as well. So we got slight risk for this area, so basically from here, and then it moves eastward on Sunday. And then day 4 through 8. Oh, sorry, probability map, there's the same thing. But so, if it wants, sometimes it's really big and you're surprised and you're like, here's your main threat, but here's the rest of the threat. Anyway, days 4 through 8 is actually predictability too low, so that means there is potentially severe weather on the horizon for the medium range. The days 4 through 8, right, stuff could happen. Because, we went through a dry spell where absolutely nothing's happened because apparently winter had kicked off, but now I guess because of the warming and stuff, it's not as though I know any of this stuff. I just look at maps. Yeah. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of this screencast. WickedWix is WICKEDWX.com. Cyclone is CYCLOCANE.com. And of course, I don't even have satellite views for this. I just have satellite for that. So there's lots of fixes that need to be implemented. And now that there actually is a storm out in the is it South Indian or is it Southern Indian Ocean? I need to find that out as well. Right, that's it for today. And enjoy what's almost the weekend.